Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is 3:45 p.m. on April the 7th, 2020. This is Danilo Bogdanovich, licensed realtor in Virginia with Redfin. Um, you'll notice that I look like I'm kind of teleporting really grainy video over what appears to be a river. And I figure with a stay-home order, I would love to kind of teleport myself to one of my favorite local places to go for a quick hike and get away and just kind of clear my mind. And that is a little trail off of Scotts Run, which is just south of Great Falls Park. There's a little island, which when the water is high, you can get out about 50 to 75 feet. And when the water is low in like August or September, you can actually almost go out to the very middle of the river. So that's what you see in the background. This is a photo I took last year. And that's where I'm bringing you this real estate market update. So I wanted to make this a little bit fun because I know staying at home is not always fun. Some of you are probably itching to get out. I know that I do. So I brought some props, and I'm going to use props today that I think most of us can pretty much understand. So quick background, I'm going to bring you up to speed with what the market was like before COVID-19, the stock market crash, and the stay-at-home order in Virginia. So let me use the props now for you. So to symbolize a home for sale, meaning a seller, a listing, I'm going to use this wonderful equivalent to 24 rolls quilted northern toilet paper, ultra soft and strong. So about 24 rolls worth, according to the label. Now, that was the supply, aka listings on the market, sellers selling their home. This was demand. We got a good old 56 equivalent roll of cottonelle right here for you. So obviously we had many more buyers and much more demand than we did listings to choose from in inventory. Now, fast forward to this week, in the last week, and what has happened is buyer demand has significantly dropped, and the number of listings has also significantly dropped. But they're about, sorry for the grainy video, that's one roll of toilet paper and one roll of toilet paper. So approximately at this moment, about 1 to 1. So what does that mean? That means that the ratio has equalized to some degree, which is making it a little bit more of a flat market. It doesn't mean buyers are going to get super deals. It doesn't mean that sellers are going to get super deals. You're not going to have to give your house away if you're a seller, but you might not have 5, 6, 7, 8, 15 offers like you did maybe a month or two ago. On the buy side, just because there's not maybe as many other buyers out there and you don't have that competition, does not mean the sellers are just going to give away their house either. I'm seeing almost like a stalemate. And this is strictly speaking from what I'm seeing on my listings and the conversations I'm having with colleagues. Now, certain properties that are either very unique and have a huge buyer demand for them, or they're priced well, I am still hearing multiple offers. But on the flip side, that's not always the case. And I'm seeing more of a 1-to-1 ratio where it might be one offer that's very strong, meaning full price with the typical contingencies coming in and the buyer's accepting it. The seller accepting it. Now, here's what's happening with the demand on the buy side. So it seems as though that the buyers that are out there right now are the ones that truly need to buy a home for whatever reason. I have one, both seller and buyer, that is selling and buying because, well, she's 7 months pregnant and got married. And the 1-bedroom condo that she's in, that won't work. I mean, it could potentially work, but they really needed more room. And they had already purchased their home ahead of time prior to all this. So they need to move, that's for their situation in their life. Whatever your situation is, only you can decide whether it's a need or just a want. But the buyers that are out there are more of the, I truly need to buy a home. On the seller side, it's very similar. It's the sellers that need to sell their home for whatever reason. They're retiring, they've already bought a second home, new construction that they put a contract on 5 months ago is being delivered next month. Whatever the case may be, they need to move, because that's just their situation. Now, what's happening is, if you think as a buyer that you're going to get a better deal because a seller needs to move, a seller is also going to know that you need to buy a house, otherwise you wouldn't be in this market. So it comes out to a stalemate. What happens is, here's a seller with a roll of toilet paper that they're selling, right? And you're a buyer. And let's say you're running low on toilet paper, but you don't want to go to the grocery store. There's gonna become a point where you can't order an Instacart, Peapod's a week away, good luck trying to order Amazon Fresh or Amazon Whole Foods. You know, Safeway curbside pickup is a week out, and you just really need some toilet paper, okay? But you have extra milk. So you find a seller who has the toilet paper you need, who's willing to sell and barter with you for that milk. So the milk is your money, the toilet paper is their house. And that's how a deal comes together, kind of. Now, if you are a seller who was thinking about selling because you needed some milk, but you still got a good supply left, probably not going to go to the grocery store. You're probably not going to worry about it. So those are the sellers that are waiting until this is all over. Now, on the flip side, the buyers who have milk and maybe a little bit of toilet paper, but they have enough to last them a little while, they may not go to the grocery store right now. They may wait a while before they need to actually leave their house and go to the grocery store. They're hoping Instacart is going to pick back up. They're hoping that windows will open for delivery at Amazon Fresh or Whole Foods, et cetera, et cetera. That's kind of my cheesy analogy for the market right now. It comes to a need basis. So real estate is still moving along, but at a much slower pace as far as the number of listings coming on, the number of buyers searching, as far as the actual process of how it typically moves, with ratification being, let's say, today, and then settlement being in about 30 days to 45 days. That's for the most part still on track. Things may take an extra week or so, I'm seeing here or there, just because of the processes involved. But for the most part, things are still moving along in a timely manner based on how they normally move. So that's the market as of right now. I can tell you that it's a great time to go virtual. I'm very fortunate to work for a company who's very technology based and forward thinking. Redfin is really focused on doing virtual tours, virtual open houses. We have always used Matterport 3D virtual tours, which that Matterport is a third-party company, has the best in the country, in my opinion. It's nice to have those tools. I've had actually a client of mine, this was really cool. They were very, concerned about social distancing, as I am as well. And they didn't want necessarily for me to come through their home to do a video tour. But what they did is they have a drone, and they did a video tour using their drone of their condo. Now, this is a first for me in 16 years as an agent. I know that drones are used for large properties like in Great Falls, Potomac, horse farms, stuff like that, where you want to get a really nice aerial, tour of the property. But I've never used or seen a drone used in a 1,323 square foot, one level condo, but it's been done. And let me tell you, awesome. This was my client's first time doing it. They put music in the background. Just awesome video. And I think it's a great way for those buyers who need a home but are still kind of worried about going out to see stuff in person, especially if it's owner occupied or even tenant occupied, to get a really good feel of the home. So between the photos, the virtual tour from Matterport with the 3D dollhouse view, as well as the drone video tour, or just any video tour made, even on your phone, I think that's a really good way to do everything that you can to really show your home to prospective buyers. And then instead of seeing 6 homes, they can narrow down to maybe 2 or 3. Which my last point is quality over quantity. So maybe you only get a couple showings, maybe 6 or 10 versus the normal 20, 30, 40. But I think that the quality of those buyers that are coming through is much higher, meaning they're going to be more serious about actually pulling the trigger and submitting an offer than just your normal buyer that it was 2 months ago, which I'd say 50% of them were what we call looky-loos. They're not quite ready, but they're still looking. So, hey, in the end, your end goal as a seller is to get an offer. So quality is always your key kind of focus. And if you're a buyer, you want to focus on quality as well. You want to not waste your time and stay safe by only looking at those homes that truly, are going to work for you. And I think that using technology is a great way to do that. So I'm happy to be where I'm at. I know it's going to be tough. I know times are going to get even more tough, I think. And I know that a lot of you are going through tough times, but you know what? We'll get through this and we'll get back on our feet. If you guys have specific questions on anything, real estate market, just in general, feel free to reach out, 703-582-6900, or you can email me as well, danilo.bogdanovich@redfin.com. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you again soon.